Happy New Year, poker peeps! 2023, it's finally here. But I do want to say that 2022 was the best year ever for Smart Poker Study, the Poker Forge, my YouTube channel, the podcast, all that jazz. And I owe thanks to each and every single one of you for helping make 2022 the best year ever for me. But we're always looking ahead here, right? So 2023 is going to be even better for me at Smart Poker Study and for you along your poker journey. And today's podcast is really going to help you set 2023 off on the right path. And real quick, before we get to that, my new year, new you sale is going on at thepokerforge.com right now. For $23, you can join as a monthly member, get your first month for just $23. Every month after that is 40% off, so it's $35. But you also get the 23-day battle plan. This is going to have you being the most aggressive that you've ever been. Assuming you're not already a super aggressive player, right? No calling pre-flop, all open raising, 3-betting, ISO raising, sticking it to your opponents. This battle plan will really help you out. And plus, it's going to give you a lot of Poker Forge recommendations that's going to turn you into that aggressive player within the 23 days that you want to be. So go to thepokerforge.com right now. Your first month, $23, $35 each month after that, and the 23-day battle plan absolutely for free. I'll see you on the inside. Okay, I shan't tarry any longer. Ganbatte!
It's 106 miles to Chicago. We got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses. Hit it.
Alrighty, so let's get you taking action every single day in 2023. The first part of this process is that you're going to track your action taking on a daily basis. And I'm going to recommend the Seinfeld method. Back before he had his show, when he was a regular touring stand-up comic, he knew that in order to become a better comedian, he had to write better jokes. In order to write better jokes, he had to put the reps in and do a ton of writing, right? So he decided every single day, write jokes. When he's done writing, he's going to put an X on a calendar. So he got a big wall calendar for the entire year, something like this right here, right? And every day, once he did his writing and wrote his jokes, he would put an X on that day. And as you can see right here, the X's are kind of growing, right? You end up eventually getting a chain of X's. And Jerry's goal eventually, once he had that chain of 3, 5, 7 X's, whatever it was, he decided, okay, I'm going to keep doing this process. I'm going to keep writing to become a better writer, but I'm not going to break the chain. The goal is every single day, no matter what I'm doing that day, whatever the plans are, wake up earlier, I'll write some jokes. During lunch, I can write some jokes. Like he knew that was the goal, writing jokes every single day. That's what you're going to do to make 2023 the best poker year ever. You're going to get a wall calendar like this for an entire year, or even one for a monthly calendar. It's totally up to you. And you're going to make a check or an X every single day when you take a specific action, one of 2 actions, which we'll cover in just a second. To help you do this, to get a calendar, I have a very simple website that I go to, timeanddate.com. That's where I make my own calendars for work and for this daily action taking in 2023. So when you go to timeanddate.com, just go to calendar, printable calendar. Now the yearly one, the options are right here, right? Like the design 2. The one I prefer is design 3 because it just boxes each and every day. You know, you can mess with this, change it around. And then once you figure out, like you have the calendar that you want, give it a new title up here. Like you can see mine says Daily Poker Action in 2023. Once you do that, simply download the PDF and print that bad boy up and start using it. Start making those X's. And to make it a little easy on you, I actually downloaded this one. I printed it for myself, but on the show notes page for today, smartpokerstudy.com/pod 2023, pod 2023. You go there and you'll be able to download these PDFs of the entire year on one page, or monthly, 12 pages right here. However you want to do it, it's up to you, but it's free. You don't even have to go to timeanddate.com. Just go to the show notes page and download it directly from that right there. So that's how you're going to track your action. Now let's get to number 2. Now there are 2 different types of actions that you can take that count towards taking action every single day. The first one is to study something for 20 minutes. That's when you can put an X on your calendar. For me, I'm going to use a red X for this. I'm going to differentiate study and play just so I can see it build out throughout the year, how much I've studied, how much I've played. But like I said, I'm going to use the red X right there. Here's the thing. A lot of people, when they study, they don't take notes, or maybe they just feel like they want to take too many notes, right? You watch a 20-minute video, you have 3 pages of notes afterwards, right? The easiest way to take notes, especially for those of you who haven't studied for a long time, haven't been in high school or college in a long time, haven't taken notes, when you're taking notes, simply take notes on the things that you want to take with you into the future. Whatever that is, like you might watch a 20-minute video and you could literally maybe boil it all down to one central idea. That's the idea that you want to take with you into every session that you play, or every time you study your hands. That's the most important thing. Whatever it is that you want to access and remember and use again in the future, that's what's in your notes. That's the most important thing. So take notes on the things you want, the things that you consume. Now, when it comes to studying, watching a YouTube video and taking some notes. I mean, it says 20 minutes, but if you watch a 10-minute video, take some notes along the way, I would count that as a study session, and I would put an X on the calendar right there. If you listen to a podcast and take a couple notes, read 5 pages in a book, maybe like 2-3 minutes per page. That's 10 to 15 minutes. I'm sure there's some important stuff. Take notes on those. Boom. Study session for the day, done, X on the calendar. Maybe you read an online article, or simply just reviewing hands in your database. That can be counted as a study session. Tracking your stats and win rates, which is what I recommend to do every between 3,000 to 5,000 hands or so. See how things are progressing. See how your studies are affecting your play. Take a look at your statistics, and then look at where you might have these tendencies players can exploit. Look at your win rates. Look at the red numbers. Start working on those. Just doing a simple 20-minute session, tracking stats and win rates, I consider that a study session. Do a hand reading exercise with a hand that went to showdown, right? Sometimes hand reading can be super simple. You assign the range, you narrow it through the street, you're done in 3 minutes. Other times, you might be in a very difficult spot. You might have multiple opponents or something. It could take 15 to 20 minutes. One hand reading exercise, especially if you learn something from that, I would count that as a study session. Red X on the board. So continue with the course that you're taking, like something in the Poker Forge. So for example, a lot of players feel that there's so much to study. They get overwhelmed. They get inundated. They want to watch video after video after video. Allow yourself through all of 2023 to study at most one thing per day, just for 20 minutes. You're going to be improving so much more than all those other people who don't study at all, or all those people that study way too much and their mind is overburdened with all the stuff that they're learning, right? Because when you learn too much, but you're not giving yourself the time to practice, that's when your study time isn't as effective. So I want you to have effective study time, one thing at a time. So if you're taking a course, for example, the Poker Forge, the Finding the Fold course, maybe you just watched the Use Your History to Open Your Eyes video. Download a spreadsheet, download some quick filters and stuff, do the action steps. Maybe it took you 2 or 3 days to do the action steps. Awesome. When you come back to studying something, you just simply go to the next video, right? Allow yourself, give yourself permission to just go in order and complete the entire course, because that shiny thing will pop up in your feed, or all of a sudden you'll think, oh man, I need to learn poker math. And you go to some new video and you leave that course behind, right? Trust yourself, trust the content, whoever made the course that you're studying, trust that they know what they're doing. They're giving you content that you're going to find useful, that you're going to learn from. Hit that one at a time. Finish a course before you move on to another one. Now, I would also count discussing poker with friends or in a group like a Discord group or a Facebook group or something. As long as you're talking strategy, thinking about it, looking at hands, that's a study session right there. Boom! Red X, baby! Alrighty, so you're studying poker, you get a red X every time you do that. You play poker, you give yourself a blue X. That's how I'm going to do it. You could do red across the board, whatever you want. But let's take a look at this example. Maybe I studied, played, studied and played, and then played again right there. The key thing when you're playing, I don't care what you're playing. Live, online, cash games, multi-table tournaments, sit and goes, heads up, 6-max full ring. It doesn't matter. Whatever you normally play, go ahead and play your sessions. But the key thing is you can only put an X on a given day for a play session if you practice something you learned in number 2. So you can see right here, for example, on the second, I studied something. On the third and fourth I played, it's my job to practice whatever it is in my notes, that important takeaway that I took note on. I need to be practicing that stuff as I am playing. And it could be something as simple as categorizing each player on the table, right? It could be focused on 3-bet bluffing, right? So every time somebody open raises, it doesn't matter if you have 9-deuce offsuit. You fold and you think to yourself, what hands would I 3-bet bluff with him here? The fact that you're just practicing a strategy that you learned, that's going to just improve your skills that much more. Even when you're folding, not even playing the hand right there, the fact that you're noodling on it and considering what you need to have in order to make that play that you're thinking about, boom! You're taking your studies and applying it to your in-game play sessions. You're going to be improving that much more in 2023. Well, good luck to you in 2023. I hope you actually do take action every single day, either studying or playing. I guarantee that the more you do, the more your skills will improve and the better your results are going to be. And I will see you in the next one.